It's actually pretty easy to get girls if you approach the situation with the right mindset. Many people overcomplicate the process, but the truth is, understanding the basics of human connection can make all the difference. So, how to get a girl to like you? It starts with being authentic and confident in who you are. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, so forget about trying to impress her with grand gestures. Focus on being genuine. Ever wondered how to get a girl easy? It's not about playing games or using tricks. It's about cultivating an attractive personality through emotional intelligence and self-awareness. A key aspect of Stoic philosophy is controlling what you can, your actions, your thoughts, your behavior. Apply this in your interactions, and you'll find that how to get girls easy becomes less of a mystery. Of course, you might be asking yourself, how do you make a girl like you? The answer lies in understanding that attraction isn't forced, it's fostered. It's about creating a connection where she feels seen, heard, and respected. When you focus on these aspects, you'll see that it's actually easy to get girls. Explore this approach further, and you'll find that the principles of Stoicism not only make you a better person, but also naturally attract the right people into your life. Number 1. How female nature works. Imagine this. You're at a lively social gathering, and across the room, you spot someone who immediately catches your eye. She's captivating, but when you approach her, she seems a bit distant, maybe even uninterested. You might think she's just not into you, but here's the twist: it's not about you at all. Women by nature are often cautious when they first meet someone new. It's not because you don't look like a movie star or lack wealth. It's simply a subconscious process of assessing whether you're someone she can trust, whether you're safe, and what your intentions might be. This skepticism isn't a rejection, it's a protective instinct. Now, here's where the magic happens. Over time, as you continue to interact with her in person, not just through texting or social media, you become more familiar. The initial distance starts to close. She might start to relax, drop her guard a bit, and see you as someone worth getting to know better. This doesn't happen overnight, and it's not about some grand gesture. It's about consistency and patience. What would happen if you let time work in your favor? As you spend more time together, sharing experiences, flirting playfully, and genuinely getting to know each other, she begins to see you differently. Slowly but surely, her interest transforms into something more. This shift is subtle at first, but eventually, it reaches a tipping point. This is the moment where she starts seeing you as a potential partner. Suddenly, that cautious skepticism turns into excitement. She starts saying yes to your invitations, engaging more deeply, and perhaps even imagining a future with you. The key to this transformation: time and genuine connection. So, how do you keep her interest piqued until that tipping point? It's all about maintaining a balance between showing your interest and giving her the space to come to her own conclusions. Ask yourself, are you making her feel safe and valued? Are you genuinely listening to her, or just waiting for your turn to speak? These small but significant actions are what build trust and spark attraction. In the end, the secret to getting the girl isn't about flashy tactics or overwhelming charm. It's about understanding the natural progression of trust and attraction and allowing those feelings to develop at their own pace. It's a bit like planting a seed. Nurture it with care, and it will eventually bloom. Number 2, the power of a confident mindset. Success with women isn't about external factors like looks or wealth. It's primarily a state of mind. What you feel inside will inevitably show in your actions and personality. This is why many men fail with women. They don't believe they're worthy of an attractive woman's attention, so they don't get any. The key takeaway here is that she feels what you feel. Women aren't evaluating you based on your appearance, words, or financial status. They're picking up on your inner emotions. When you're nervous, the chances of rejection skyrocket because she senses your lack of confidence. Conversely, if you approach her with calm confidence, she'll respond more positively. You have to see yourself as someone naturally desirable, and that confidence will shine through. Now let's consider two scenarios. In the first, a guy nervously asks, "Can I get you a drink?" She politely declines, and he's left speechless. In the second scenario, a guy confidently says, "What's the best drink here?" She responds, and he playfully asks, "Great, fancy buying me one?" The difference is clear. The second approach isn't about trying to win her over, it's about being relaxed and playful, which is far more engaging. Why does this work? Because women are used to men bending over backward to impress them. When a guy doesn't do that, it piques her curiosity. She's intrigued by the unexpected, someone who's not chasing her approval. Imagine this. You're at a social event, and instead of trying to impress the most attractive woman in the room, you're just having fun, engaging with everyone naturally. She notices that you're different, confident without needing to prove anything. This subtle shift in mindset can make all the difference. The Stoic principle here is crucial. Don't let your happiness depend on external validation. When you're centered and confident in yourself, you won't feel the need to impress anyone. And ironically, that's when you'll impress the most. Number 3. Attraction-killing mistakes. Getting a girlfriend might seem challenging, but it's often simpler than it appears, if you avoid the common pitfalls. Have you ever noticed how some men effortlessly attract women while others struggle, even when they're equally attractive? It's not about looks, wealth, or charm. It's about avoiding the mistakes that can turn potential connections into missed opportunities. Let's dive into these attraction-killing mistakes. 1. Overthinking and self-doubt. Imagine this. You're on a date, and instead of enjoying the moment, your mind is racing with thoughts like, does she like me? Am I saying the right things? Overthinking is a surefire way to kill attraction. Women are drawn to confidence, not someone who's constantly second-guessing himself. Instead of focusing on every word and action, allow the interaction to flow naturally. Research has shown that confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. Are you letting fear guide your actions? If so, it's time to change that mindset. 2. Being too eager. Showing too much interest too soon can be overwhelming. You've met someone new and you're excited, but bombarding her with attention might make her feel pressured. Give her space to develop feelings at her own pace. As the Stoics would advise, practice patience and self-control. This approach not only gives the relationship a chance to grow organically, but also demonstrates that you value your time and energy. 3. Neglecting your own life. One of the biggest mistakes men make is centering their entire life around a woman before there's even a relationship. It's important to maintain your hobbies, friendships, and personal goals. Studies suggest that people are naturally drawn to those who are passionate and purpose-driven. A fulfilling life outside of her not only makes you more attractive, but also ensures that you're not placing unnecessary pressure on the relationship. Now consider this scenario. You meet a beautiful woman. Instead of showering her with compliments, you casually mention, "It's rare to find someone who's both attractive and genuinely interesting." She might be taken aback, wondering if you're implying she's not smart. This flips the script, making her curious and eager to prove herself. Why? Because you didn't give her the easy validation she's used to. This approach isn't about being manipulative. It's about recognizing that true attraction goes beyond physical appearance. When something is perceived as rare, it becomes more valuable. By not immediately offering your approval, you create a sense of scarcity, making yourself more attractive in her eyes. This idea, rooted in the scarcity principle in psychology, suggests that people are more drawn to those who present a bit of a challenge. In essence, attraction is about maintaining control, knowing your worth, and not settling for less than you deserve. By doing so, you not only attract the right kind of women but also foster relationships built on respect and genuine connection. So, the next time you meet someone new, remember, let things unfold naturally, keep your composure, and never lose sight of your own value. Number 4, seeking validation. Imagine this. You're at a social gathering, and across the room, you spot an attractive woman. Instantly, a surge of thoughts floods your mind. She's stunning. I really hope I don't mess this up. From that moment, you might start overthinking, trying too hard to impress her. But here's the paradox. By seeking her validation, you may actually push her away. Why? Seeking approval is deeply tied to our self-perception. Men who constantly seek validation often struggle with low self-esteem, feeling the need to confirm their actions to ensure they're on the right path. But here's the catch. When you're too focused on getting a woman's approval, you're subtly sending a signal that you don't value your own worth. This can cause a woman to lose interest, as attraction is not something she can consciously control. It's an instinctive response, and the moment she senses you're desperate for her approval, that attraction can quickly fade. So what should you do instead? Think of attraction like a dance. Both parties need to be in sync, moving confidently to the rhythm. When you're confident in yourself and don't rely on her validation, you're leading the dance. This doesn't mean being arrogant or indifferent, but rather understanding your own value and engaging with her as an equal. Stoic principles can be incredibly powerful here. They teach us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, rather than seeking external validation. By applying this mindset, you shift your focus from "what does she think of me" to "what do I think of myself?" This shift not only boosts your confidence but also naturally makes you more attractive. Research in psychology has shown that people are more drawn to those who exhibit self-assurance and a sense of purpose. When you're confident and secure in your own value, it creates a magnetic pull. You're not just reacting to the world around you, you're shaping it. The key to genuine attraction isn't about winning her over at all costs. It's about being so grounded in your own self-worth that she can't help but be drawn to you. In the end, it's not about playing games or using tricks. It's about understanding that real attraction comes from a place of inner strength and self-respect. Number 5, rejection. Attracting women isn't as complex as it's often made out to be. The key lies in not being attached to the outcome. Imagine this. You walk up to a woman and she rejects you. Worse still, she does it in front of your friends. How does that make you feel? For many, there's nothing more crushing than the sting of rejection. However, those who excel at attracting women understand that rejection is insignificant. It's simply a part of the dating game, and they aren't fazed by how the woman reacts. Their main goal is to enjoy the experience, nothing more. Consider these two scenarios. Scenario 1. Guy: "Hey, how are you?" Girl: "Go away, jerk." Guy: "Oh, sorry." He walks away, dejected. Scenario 2. Guy: "Hey, how are you?" Girl: "Go away, jerk." Guy, with a smile: "Ouch. Tough day, huh? My mom warned me about angry birds. Guess she was right. Anyway, I'm scared. Goodbye." Who do you think had more fun? No contest, right? When you're indifferent to the outcome, you don't worry about how she responds. You're more focused on enjoying every moment, making the best out of each interaction, and maybe even making her laugh in the process. What if you approached every situation like it was just a game? What if you could brush off rejection with a smile, knowing it doesn't define you? This approach is rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to control what we can, our own actions and reactions, and to let go of what we can't, the responses of others. Science backs this up too. Studies show that people who are confident and unbothered by rejection are more attractive because they radiate self-assurance. It's not about being cocky. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and not needing anyone else's approval. So next time you're about to approach someone, remember, it's just an experience. Enjoy it, learn from it, and don't take it too seriously. The less you care about the outcome, the more relaxed you'll be, and the more naturally attractive you'll become. Number 6, attention. The key to capturing a woman's attention is to understand the psychology behind attraction. We often take for granted the things that come too easily, while we value what requires effort. This principle holds true in relationships as well. When a man is too eager or predictable, it's easy for a woman to lose interest. On the other hand, a man who presents a challenge, who isn't an open book, naturally piques curiosity. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of self-control and measured behavior. Imagine you meet a woman at a social gathering. An average man might compliment her with something simple like, "You're really pretty," and then wait for her response. But what happens next? She might smile and thank him, but she's heard it all before. There's no intrigue, no reason for her to think about him later. Now, consider a different approach. "You're pretty, sure, but I'm not convinced we'd get along. You seem like too much of a goody two-shoes for me." This statement is unexpected. It compliments her but also introduces doubt. Why would he think that? Is he teasing? Suddenly she's intrigued. She wants to know more about you. What makes you different from other men? This method isn't about playing games. It's about creating a dynamic where she feels invested in the interaction. When a woman has to work for your attention, it triggers a deeper emotional response. She begins to wonder why you're not behaving like every other guy, and this curiosity can be incredibly powerful. Scientific studies in psychology support this. The intermittent reinforcement principle, often used in behavioral studies, shows that people are more engaged when they receive unpredictable rewards. If your attention is not guaranteed, it becomes more valuable. But remember, this strategy only works when it's genuine. Don't feign disinterest. Instead, be sincere in your interactions. The goal is to be a high-value man who knows his worth and isn't afraid to express it. This confidence is what makes you stand out. In the end, it's not about tricks or manipulation. It's about understanding the dynamics of attraction. By challenging her to see you as someone worth knowing, you create a relationship built on mutual respect and curiosity. Number 7, adapting. You're out at a social event and you see a girl who catches your eye. Immediately you start thinking, "I hope she likes me. I need to make a good impression." This is a common mindset, but it's also where most guys go wrong. You see, when your primary focus is on seeking rapport, trying to get along or make her like you, you unknowingly set yourself up for failure. Why? Because this approach often makes you come across as needy and desperate, and nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. If you're constantly trying to say the right things, do the right things, and behave in a way that you believe will make her like you, you're not being genuine. You're putting on a performance, and people, especially women, can sense that. They can tell when you're not being authentic, and it's a major turnoff. This is not how a high-value man operates. A high-value man doesn't seek approval. He gives it to himself. He doesn't need to try to get along with someone. He just does. If there's chemistry, it will naturally develop. The moment you stop trying so hard and simply be yourself, you'll notice a shift. You'll start connecting with women on a more genuine level because you're no longer trying to be someone you're not. Imagine you're having a casual conversation with a girl at a coffee shop. Instead of worrying about what to say next or how to impress her, focus on enjoying the conversation. Share your thoughts, laugh at her jokes, and don't be afraid to show your true personality. You're not trying to fit into her world. You're inviting her to be a part of yours. and if she's interested, she'll follow. Now here's a thought-provoking question. What if the real key to attracting someone isn't about trying to impress them, but simply about being your most authentic self? Studies in psychology suggest that authenticity is one of the most attractive traits a person can have. When you're authentic, you're more likely to build meaningful connections that last because they're based on who you truly are, not on a facade you're trying to maintain. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where you're tempted to seek rapport, pause and remind yourself that you don't need to. Instead, trust that being yourself is enough. After all, real attraction isn't something you can force, it's something that happens naturally when two people truly connect. Number 8. Physical contact. Have you ever wondered why some guys effortlessly connect with women while others seem perpetually stuck in the friend zone? One of the biggest mistakes many nice guys make is failing to initiate physical contact. They might think they're being respectful, but in reality, they're missing out on one of the most effective ways to build attraction. So, what does this mean? And why is touch so important? Physical contact is not just about breaking the ice. It's scientifically proven to create trust and build connections between people. In fact, touch is one of the quickest ways to establish an emotional bond, which is crucial for attraction to blossom. When you touch someone, even in a subtle, non-intrusive way, you're communicating something more profound than words alone can express. You're saying, "I'm here, I'm present, and I'm interested." But there's more. But there's more than that. In the context of men, women, and attraction, touch serves another important purpose. It creates and accelerates tension and physical desire. When done correctly, touch can subconsciously signal that the interaction is not just friendly but has the potential to be something more. This is why it's so important to avoid being overly cautious. By not touching at all, you might unintentionally signal that you're only interested in friendship. Another key reason physical contact is crucial is that it helps a woman become comfortable with your touch. Imagine this. You've been talking to a woman all night, but you haven't initiated any physical contact. Suddenly you go in for a kiss. Even if she's attracted to you, she might pull away simply because your touch feels unfamiliar and abrupt. The transition from conversation to something more intimate needs to be smooth and gradual. A touch on the arm, a playful nudge, or a light hand on her back can help bridge the gap and make the idea of further intimacy feel natural and welcome. You might wonder, why does this matter so much? Can't chemistry and attraction develop without physical contact? The answer is yes, but physical contact significantly accelerates the process. It's the difference between walking and running toward a potential romantic connection. You might also fear that initiating touch could be misinterpreted or make things awkward. And yes, it's important to read the situation and respect boundaries. But consider this. Not initiating any physical contact at all could leave you stuck in the friend zone, wondering what went wrong. The key is to start small and escalate naturally. Pay attention to her reactions. Is she leaning in? Is she responding positively? These are signs that you're on the right track. From a Stoic point of view, the act of touching should be done with intention and awareness. It's not about manipulation or forcing an outcome, but rather about understanding human nature and building genuine connections. Stoics believe in acting in accordance with nature, and in the context of relationships, this means recognizing the natural role that physical contact plays in forming bonds and communicating interest. Remember, touch is not just a physical act, it's a language, and when spoken correctly, it can be incredibly persuasive. Number 9, flirting. Flirting can seem like a daunting task for many, but in reality, it's quite simple when you understand the right approach. Just like physical contact, flirting plays an important role in building emotional tension and keeping away the dreaded friend zone. Imagine this. You're talking to a girl, and as the conversation flows, you subtly flirt, making the interaction more exciting and fun for her. Suddenly, she's more interested in spending time with you, and that time is key to turning a casual interaction into something more, like a relationship. Now, why is flirting so important? It's the secret weapon that ensures attraction isn't left to chance. While attraction can develop naturally, flirting acts as a catalyst, speeding up the process and making sure the spark is ignited. Yet many men struggle with this, either coming off as creepy or awkward, or simply not knowing where to start. So how does this formula work? Imagine using subtle, playful teasing that makes her laugh, combined with confident body language that shows you're comfortable in your skin. You ask open-ended questions that make her think, what is he really about? You make her curious, and that curiosity is what pulls her towards you. But why does this work? According to psychological studies, flirting triggers the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the same chemical that makes us feel pleasure and excitement. This creates a positive association with you, making her more likely to want to spend time with you. So if you're tired of missing out on opportunities with women because you're unsure how to flirt, this is your chance to change that. Imagine a situation where every move you make is met with enthusiasm, where she's excited to see you and eager to take things to the next level. If you're ready to turn your interactions with women into something more, there's a simple step you can take. Learn the formula, apply it, and watch as the women who once seemed out of reach start to see you in a whole new light. Number 10. High standards. Imagine you're deep in a heated argument with your girlfriend. She suddenly threatens to leave you, the tension in the room thickening. Most men would instantly panic, perhaps apologize or concede to things they don't believe in just to keep the relationship intact. But let's take a step back and think, what does this response really say about a man's values? A man of true value, someone who lives by Stoic principles, reacts differently. Instead of panicking, he remains calm, his principles guiding him like a steady compass. When faced with the threat of being left, he might say something like, "It seems we might not be as compatible as I thought. Perhaps someone like Charlie would suit you better." And with that, he walks away, not out of anger or spite, but out of respect for his own values. This response isn't about being callous or uncaring. It's about recognizing that compromising on core values for the sake of keeping someone around isn't worth it. A high-value man knows that his worth isn't determined by whether a woman stays or leaves. He understands that being true to himself is paramount. After all, if you're willing to bend on your principles for someone else, are you really being yourself? Let's delve into the psychology behind this. Studies in social dynamics suggest that people are often more attracted to those who demonstrate confidence and a strong sense of self. When you show that you won't compromise on your values, you're not just asserting your worth, you're also signaling that you are a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to stand alone if necessary. Now, this doesn't mean you should be rigid or inflexible. It's about knowing where to draw the line and understanding that a relationship should be built on mutual respect, not fear of loss. Consider this. Would you rather be with someone who respects you for standing your ground or someone who only stays because you gave in to their demands? The choice is clear. High standards attract high-quality people. By maintaining your principles, you not only gain respect from others, but also cultivate a deeper respect for yourself. In the end, it's not about winning an argument or keeping someone around. It's about staying true to who you are and what you believe in. In conclusion, it's actually easy to get girls when you understand the importance of confidence and emotional mastery. By embracing Stoic principles, you can navigate relationships with clarity and purpose. Remember, how to get a girl to like you is not about tricks or superficial tactics, but about cultivating genuine connection and self-assuredness. It's easy to get girls when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, fostering respect, and maintaining your own emotional balance. So, how do you make a girl like you? By being confident, understanding, and emotionally resilient. If you're looking for more insights on how to get a girl easy or how to get girls easy, don't forget to support our channel by hitting the like button and subscribing to The Stoic Goddess. Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure to click the notification bell to catch more incredible content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.